The concatenate formula allows us to take data from different cells and combine them to make new data. In this example, I'm going to show you how to use the concatenate formula to make bulk email addresses for your organization. In an email, you have the user before the @ sign and the domain after the @ sign. We can use concatenate to take a bulk list of users and merge them with the domain element of their eventual email address. Using autofill and concatenate can save huge amounts of time in the creation of lists made up of repetitive elements. We can use the same process to create bulk usernames that comply to a given format. There is no limit to what you can merge with the concatenate function, but in this example we are going to take a username and merge it with a domain name. To do this, we have to identify the initial cell the username will be stored in, and then, separating values with the comma, we will then enter the remainder of the email address. And because it is a text string, we have to enclose this with double quotes. Finally, we use the enter key to complete the function, and as you can see, we just end up with a cell filled with the domain element of the email address. To demonstrate how the formula works, I can now enter a name into the cell A2 and watch how the concatenate formula handles the information. It has created an email address for us to use. We can use the concatenate formula to take information from more than one source. In the case of email addresses, what is often the structure of the username is the initial letter of the first name and the surname. The concatenate function can do this for us. So now we will be using the data from two cells, merge these together and then add them to the third cell to create the email address. And in order to do this, we will have to introduce another formula, left. In order for the function left to work, we will have to nest it inside the concatenate formula. So we need to take care with our brackets. Using the left formula, we identify the cell we want to take the left-hand elements from. Then using the comma, we identify the number of letters from the left we want, in this case 1, but if you want more, then use the appropriate number. Separating our left formula with a comma, we then identify the next cell we want to include in our concatenate formula. Observe how Excel color codes brackets to make sure that we have opened and closed the appropriate number. Finally, after another comma, we include the text string of the remainder of the email address enclosed within double quotes, and complete the formula with a closing bracket, and our new email address, complying to the rules of the domain, has been completed. Having created one concatenate formula and tested it to ensure that it works in the way that we wish, we can now use the autofill function by clicking on the square in the bottom right of the cell to copy the formula down the column as far as we wish. All that is left for us to do is to populate the first name and family name columns with our users in order for the concatenate function to produce the email addresses we require.